There are thousands of hotels across America. Some are known for their luxury, some for their history, and a few for their terrifying secrets. But among them, one hotel in New Orleans hides a story connected to one single door. Room 66. In the year 2019, a traveler named Daniel Carter checked into the Crescent Hotel. It was late at night. Rain was pouring. The streets were empty. At the reception, the woman at the desk smiled as she handed him a key, but her hands were trembling. The tag on the key read 66. Daniel raised an eyebrow. "Is there another room available?" he asked. The receptionist froze for a moment, then forced a smile. "I'm sorry, sir. That's the only room left tonight." Daniel walked slowly through the long, empty corridor. The wooden floor creaked with every step. When he finally reached room 66, he noticed something strange. The brass number plate looked scratched, as if someone had tried to tear it off. The moment he opened the door, a cold shiver ran down his spine. The room smelled of damp wood and old perfume. The wallpaper was peeling. The lamp flickered on its own. But the strangest thing was the large antique mirror placed against the wall. Daniel ordered some food, worked on his laptop, and finally went to bed. At exactly 3 a.m., he woke up. The air was freezing cold. Slowly, he turned his head toward the mirror and froze. A woman, in a long white gown, was standing behind him in the reflection. Her face was pale, her eyes hollow. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. Daniel quickly turned around. The room was empty, but when he looked back at the mirror, the woman was still there. And this time, she smiled. The next morning, Daniel confronted the receptionist. She hesitated, then whispered, "Room 66 belonged to a woman named Eliza Montgomery in the 1920s. She was a singer, beautiful but lonely. One night, she slit her wrists in that very room. Since then, guests have reported seeing her reflection in the mirror." She leaned closer. Some of them never even checked out. Determined not to be scared, Daniel stayed another night. But this time, he recorded the room with his phone camera. At 3 a.m., the same chilling cold returned. The camera captured the mirror clearly. And this time, Eliza wasn't just standing there. She walked out of the mirror. Her gown dragged across the floor, leaving wet red stains behind. Daniel's phone suddenly shut off, and the only sound he heard was a whisper, "Stay with me, forever." The next morning, hotel staff entered room 66 to find Daniel's belongings. But the bed was empty. His suitcase was still there. His phone was on the floor. But Daniel Carter himself had vanished. When police reviewed the camera footage, all they saw was Daniel staring at the mirror and then collapsing to the ground. The final frame showed the reflection of a smiling woman in white holding his hand. To this day, room 66 at the Crescent Hotel remains locked. The management tells guests that it's under renovation. The locals know the truth. They say if you ever walk past that room at night, you can hear Eliza's voice humming an old love song. If you're foolish enough to open